What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Smell Good, Feel Good. Sorry I've been away. I've been in the process of moving in to my new home. It is my first ever home purchase, and it's been very exciting, and luckily not as stressful as the horror stories I've heard from other people who have purchased homes. Today, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite winter fragrances for 2019, so stand fast. Alrighty guys, so fall and winter is my favorite time of year, and it is my favorite type of fragrances. I very much like those cooler weather fragrances. I love the performance of them. I love the notes of them. So I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite winter fragrances for 2019. And I did do my best to put them in order rather than just throwing them randomly in there. So it'll be from my least favorite of my top favorites to my absolute most favorite. So without further ado, let's get this going. I will also mention that in this top 10 list, there will be no clones. I do have clones of fragrances that I very much love to wear during the winter time, but I will not include them in this list, except for one honorable mention. So in the number 10 spot, which I'm sure everybody is familiar with, we're going with Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Privé. So 1 Million Privé takes the classic 1 Million DNA, tones down the bubblegummy sweetness, and adds things such as tobacco, cinnamon, tonka, and then you still get a little bit of citrus from mandarin as well. A lot of people say this has beast mode performance. However, on myself, I only get about average performance. But this is a very good winter fragrance for somebody who's a little bit younger, but older people can pull it off as well. So in my number 10 spot, we have Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Privé. Alright, in our number 9 spot, we have 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirits by Man Made. Now this is a very sweet and spicy tobacco, cinnamon, honey type fragrance. I hate to admit that my fiance says that to her this smells kind of like Carmex, which is like a lip balm type stuff. I do not agree, but this is very nice. I don't get very much of a boozy scent. I think it supposedly has like a red wine note to it. I don't get much of that. I mostly just get tobacco, which I don't even think is a listed note, but you get this tobacco, cinnamony, honey type note out of this, and it smells very good. I get really good performance and really good projection and sillage off of this fragrance. I wear this and I think I can't smell it anymore, and then I get surprised by somebody complimenting me on how good I smell. So probably go easy on the sprays with this one. So again, in the number 9 spot, we have 1821 Sweet Tobacco Spirits. Next up in my number 8 spot is a fragrance that's been getting talked about quite a bit lately because it's been showing up at a lot of discount stores like TJ Maxx and Marshall's. I don't know about Ross's, but I picked mine up at my local Marshall's. We have, in the number 8 spot, Salvatore Ferragamo's Uomo Signature. This is the flanker of the original Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, which I personally like, and I put it on my top 10 fall list, but this is just a little bit more, I guess you could say, mature. With Uomo Signature, you get cardamom, you get tonka, you get coffee, a little bit of leather, and you get some cinnamon in there as well. This is a very nice fragrance. I've gotten a couple compliments with it since I've gotten it, and some people would argue that this smells better than the original Uomo and is quite possibly the best out of the Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo series. But anyways, this is definitely worth a pickup. If you can find it at your local discount stores, I definitely suggest grabbing a bottle. Okay, my number 7 spot is a fragrance that I haven't seen anybody talk about in the fragrance community. It is known a little bit in the wet shaving world, and that is Katie's Bubbles Le Piment de la Vie. Now, this is a fragrance that is made by the Katie's Bubble brand, and that is mainly a wet shaving company. They make artisan shave soaps and aftershaves, but they do have a small line of fragrances. Le Piment de la Vie is arguably the best one out of their fragrance line, and it is very unique compared to the rest of the fragrances on this list as far as the notes that you can smell in this. You get a little bit of red apple, you get some clove in this, nutmeg, cinnamon, and vanilla. It is just a kind of spicy, slightly herbally, nutty type fragrance. When I smell this fragrance, I think of wooden cabin, flannel shirt, cooking up something nice like an apple pie or something in the kitchen. It's just very hard to describe, but it is very nice, and I get about average performance with this. So for any of you who want to experience something new and different, even though this isn't a new fragrance, I've had this for quite a while, definitely check out Katie's Bubbles Le Piment de la Vie. And my number 6 spot is a fragrance that has been getting a lot of hype lately, and that is for good reason, because it performs like a beast and it smells fantastic. That fragrance is Happyland Signature by Happyland. This is just a beautiful gourmand scent. You get things like honey, tobacco, cinnamon, vanilla, blueberry. It kind of it just smells like a honey, cinnamony type of dessert. I don't, in my opinion, feel that the blueberry is very prominent, but I mean, I don't know. I guess you could say it kind of smells like a blueberry cobbler. That's what it is. Okay, this smells like a cinnamony, honey, blueberry cobbler, and you throw in a little bit of tobacco with it. That's what you get with this. A little bit goes a long way, like 2 sprays will do you really well. This is a very good fragrance and works very well in the cold weather that I'm experiencing where I am. So, again, in my number 6 spot is Happyland Signature by Happyland. Alright, my number 5 spot is a fragrance that is probably on everybody's top 10 list, especially if we're just counting top 10 designers, and that is Viktor & Rolf's Spice Bomb Extreme. Now, Spice Bomb Extreme is like the older, more mature big brother of the original Spice Bomb, which I really, really enjoy. But with Spice Bomb, you take that original DNA and you throw in things like tobacco, pepper, and vanilla. And in the words of my fiance, whenever she first smelled this, she said it smelled lumber sexy. So the ladies very much like this, and you also get pretty good performance with this fragrance as well. So, in my number 5 spot, we've got Viktor & Rolf's Spice Bomb Extreme. Okay, my number 4 spot is my first niche fragrance that I've ever owned, and is one of, like, maybe 2 niche fragrances that I actually own. And that is Parfums de Marly Herod. Now, this is one of the more popular of the Parfums de Marly line, but almost all of Parfums de Marly is mass appealing. With this fragrance, you get this very natural pipe tobacco type scent from it, and you get cinnamon, you get vanilla, and a little bit of incense as well, a little bit of smokiness. But yeah, this right here smells like a very natural, almost Cavendish pipe tobacco type scent to me. It's very smooth. A lot of people say that this is beast mode in terms of performance, but I've heard that it's been reformulated, and I think I might have gotten the reformulation. because this performs okay on me, but it's certainly not beast mode. It doesn't last me all day, but it's about average, so I mean, that's cool with me. I definitely wish I had the original formula because I love beast mode fragrances. I don't want to have to worry about reapplying it later on in the day, but you know, it is what it is. So anyways, guys, for my number 4 spot, we've got Parfums de Marly Herod. Let's go ahead and get to the top 3. So my number 3 spot is a fragrance that has been hyped in the past. A lot of people still love it, and some people now dislike it because of its own popularity. But in my number 3 spot, we have Thierry Mugler's Pure Havane, and with an honorable mention of Insurrection Wild. Now, Pure Havane is a beautiful, slightly boozy, tobacco, honey, chocolate. It kind of has like this, almost like cherry pipe tobacco type scent. Not extreme cherry though, but just like a hint of like this cherry pipe tobacco, but then you get the honey, you get the vanilla, and you get a little bit of that kind of patchouli, chocolatey note from the original A-Man DNA. But Insurrection Wild smells extremely similar. If somebody was very familiar with the Pure Havane scent and you walked by them with this on, they would think that you are wearing Pure Havane. I do not think that they would be able to tell the difference unless you had them side by side. Then you could get real nitpicky, but it is a very good clone. I heard that Pure Havane used to be beast mode. Now it's just about average. So in terms of performance, they're basically neck and neck. This one gets pretty good performance. This one's, you know, average. They perform about the same. This one is extremely cheap. You can probably get it for around 20 bucks online. But I like the bottle of this more. So in my number 3 spot, you could go with either of these two, Pure Havane or Insurrection Wild. Alright, for my top 2, it was very difficult for me to decide between the two because they are kind of similar. You would probably use them in the same kind of situations or environment. So really, you could arguably flip-flop these on any given day. Tomorrow I might would have them switched, and the next day I might have them switched again. But with just going what we're going with today, for my number 2 spot is Maison Margiela Replica by the Fireplace. Now, whenever I smelled this fragrance, I fell in love immediately. I got instant flashbacks to, you know, a cool evening in the fall or wintertime, outside with my friends at a bonfire, toasting marshmallows. With this, you get chestnut, vanilla, balsam, and what's becoming one of my newly favorite notes is guaiac wood, or guaiac wood. Guaiac wood. I have started to fall in love with the note of guaiac wood. But anyways, with all those things kind of thrown together, and I can't really smell it out of here, but I've worn it recently, I just get this toasted marshmallow, bonfire type smell. I've said it in the past when I talked about this fragrance. If you've ever been to a bonfire and you were wearing like a flannel or something like that, and the next day you take your laundry out and you smell that smokiness in that flannel, that's kind of what this smells like, along with some toasted chestnut, and maybe it's from the vanilla, but I get in the balsam, but I get this toasted marshmallow note from this as well. But this smells very good. It has very good performance. The only downside to this fragrance is when you would wear it. I think this is mainly like a casual special occasion. I'm pretty sure on Christmas Eve, when I get together with my family, I will be wearing this. But I will probably just be wearing a sweater and some sweatpants, or a sweater and some khakis, or something like that. I definitely don't think this is a suit and tie type fragrance. I do not think this is a going out and about casual type fragrance. You could, but I think this is more of like a special occasion on a winter holiday type fragrance where you're just kind of casually relaxing with your family, but it's still a special occasion. So anyways, my number 2 spot could arguably be switched with the number 1 spot is Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace from their replica line. Okie dokie. Now, my number 1 spot. I want a full bottle of this. My friends who I coach, they bought me this fragrance. I can't even remember why. I don't know. Maybe it's just because they like me. I don't think it was for my birthday, but it could have been for my birthday. But anyways, I want a full bottle of this. They got me the travel size, which is all that was available. There's a local store in our downtown area that carries travel sizes and sample sizes of this fragrance line. But anyways, let's just get to it. It is Imaginary Authors, Memoirs of a Trespasser. Now, do you see why I said that these two are very similar and used in the very similar situations? Memoirs of a Trespasser absolutely blew me away when I smelled it. It is very similar in certain ways to By the Fireplace, just a little less gourmand. It smells more like, in the words of my fiance, it smells more like crackling firewood. So you get a little bit of sweetness from vanilla. There's a little bit of oak and myrrh in here, and it's just kind of smoky, woody. It has Gaiac wood in it, which I'm starting to become a huge fan of. But yeah, this just smells like a slightly sweet, crackling fireplace. And I know a lot of Imaginary Authors fragrances have issues with performance. They all smell great, but a lot of them don't have the greatest performance, like St. Julep. I love the way St. Julep smells, but its performance is extremely weak. However, Memoirs of a Trespasser has like beast mode performance on my skin. It lasts all day. And if I put it on my clothes, it lasts multiple days on those clothes. So, yes, number 1 spot is Memoirs of a Trespasser. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is my top 10 winter fragrances for 2019. Let me know what you all thought. I'd like to hear what some of your favorite winter fragrances are down below in the comments section. Which fragrances from my list do you like and which ones do you dislike? Let's have a discussion. And again, sorry it's taken me so long to make another video, but I'm back now and hopefully more often than I was before. I try to stick to about 1 video a week, but we'll see. I hope you all have a very nice holiday, and I will see you all next time in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.